An 8-month-old is brought to the ED after a viral illness. She hasn't been eating for 2 days. She's lethargic, hypoglycemic, and when you check her urine for ketones, there aren't any. So a baby who hasn't eaten for 2 days should be making ketones. Why isn't she? That question is the entire concept of fatty acid oxidation disorders. And once you can answer it, you will own this category on the boards. When you fast, glucose runs out. The body turns to fat. Fatty acids are broken down through beta-oxidation in the mitochondria, generating acetyl-CoA. That acetyl-CoA goes to the liver, which then converts into ketone bodies, fuel for the brain. If beta-oxidation is broken, two things happen. The body cannot generate energy from fat, so the blood sugar drops. And it can't make ketones, because ketones come from fat breakdown. So the brain has no glucose and no ketones. Disaster. This is why fasting is the trigger. These children are fine as long as they're eating. The danger is any period of fasting, illness, vomiting, sleeping through a feed, or a growth spurt that outpaces their intake. Medium-chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase deficiency, or MCAD, is the most common fatty acid oxidation disorder. This is also the most tested, and it's on the newborn screen in all 50 states. The block? MCAD handles medium-chain fatty acids in beta-oxidation. When it's deficient, medium-chain acylcarnitines accumulate. The diagnostic test is an acylcarnitine profile showing elevated octanoyl carnitine, C8. That's the confirmatory finding. The classic presentation is an infant between 6 months and 2 years. Fasting stress from a viral illness, hypoglycemia, lethargy, possibly even seizures. The liver is often enlarged from accumulating the fat that it can't oxidase. And the critical clue, glucose low, ketones absent or inappropriately low. Hypoketotic hypoglycemia. So take a pause here and think about why the kid can't make ketones. Walk through this physiology. Ketones are made from acetyl-CoA, which comes from fat breakdown. Can't break down fat, can't make acetyl-CoA, can't make ketones. The pathway is blocked upstream. So to treat, we just avoid fasting, frequent meals, high in carbohydrate. During illness, we're very aggressive about glucose supplementation, IV dextrose if the kid can't eat. The key is prevention. Never let the child enter a fasting state. Historically, MCAD was a cause of sudden infant death before the newborn screening caught it. That is worth knowing for boards. 2 more. VLCAD, very long chain, is similar but more severe. It can cause cardiomyopathy and rhabdomyolysis, which MCAD typically does not. Hypoketotic hypoglycemia plus cardiac involvement, think VLCAD. LCHAD has a unique pearl. Maternal LCHAD carrier status during pregnancy is associated with HELLP syndrome, an acute fatty liver of pregnancy. Pregnant women with HELLP whose infant later presents with hypoketotic hypoglycemia, that's LCHAD, a pearl that connects OB and PEDS in one question. Quick concept that ties the category together. Carnitine. This is the shuttle. Fatty acids need carnitine to get into mitochondria for beta-oxidation. In FAO disorders, carnitine gets trapped, bound to acyl groups that it can't process. Total carnitine drops and acylcarnitine rises. This is why the acylcarnitine profile is the diagnostic test. There's also primary carnitine deficiency, which is a transporter defect in the kidneys. Same result, can't shuttle fatty acids, hypoketotic hypoglycemia. The treatment is carnitine supplementation. Simple. Here's a board-style case for us to go through together. An 8-month-old previously healthy male presents with lethargy and seizures after 18 hours of poor oral intake during gastroenteritis. Glucose is 28 milligrams per deciliter, ketones undetectable, ammonia mildly elevated, LFTs elevated. Newborn screen was reported as normal, but the family moved and didn't follow up on a borderline result. Acylcarnitine profile shows elevated C8. What's most likely? Glycogen storage disease, MCAD deficiency, propionic acidemia, galactosemia. Fasting trigger, hypoketotic hypoglycemia, elevated C8, this is classic MCAD. GSD1 causes hypoglycemia, but with hepatomegaly, lactic acidosis, and ketones would be variable. Propionic acidemia presents with acidosis and hyperammonemia. Galactosemia, feeding intolerance, not fasting hypoglycemia. So our answer is B. Notice the borderline newborn screen. Boards love testing that MCAD is on the screen and missed follow-up happens. Hypoketotic hypoglycemia triggered by fasting. Can't break down fat, can't make ketones, brain has no fuel. MCAD is the star, C8 is the marker, and the treatment is never let them fast. Next, lysosomal storage diseases. I'll see you there.